All right, we are out here on Saturday at Aftershock with one of my personal highlights. This is going to be a big show and a really cool experience. Brendon here from Dethklok. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's nice to be here.
Dude, I got a couple big questions. Okay, so
Yeah.
Death Album 4, first in 10 years.
Yeah.
I heard there was some legal stuff that kind of maybe got in the way with the release of this album, with the rights to the name, with Adult Swim and stuff like that, that you kind of you've been putting out some of your solo stuff in different releases under your own.
Well, the show, I'll answer everything. The show stopped being a show. It didn't really get canceled. It got kind of like a slow breaking up with that none of us really understood. Because we didn't get like, hey, we're done working with you. They were like, yeah, maybe we'll do some stuff and we'll keep on doing some stuff. And then it kind of didn't happen. So so there was a time where like I never owned it. This is what happens when you work with a network and you pitch a show. They put up the money and you kind of they have the idea, you know. So
but they own it.
Yeah, they do because they put up the money, right? And that's how it. Well, you get a few $1 million to make a TV show, and it won't be a problem. But that's how show business works. And this isn't unique to me. This is everybody's show, and I still have a certain amount of equity in it. But it's something that you have to get everybody on the same page. And at some point, I started getting phone calls from the network, and they said, "Hey, we'd like to do some more Dethklok stuff." And they're, "Are you interested?" And I said, "Yes," because I'd really like to kind of complete this story. And so that was about maybe 4 years ago where I got these phone calls, and then 3 years ago we started working on this movie, Army of the Doomstar, this soundtrack, and Death Album 4. So there are three things that got dropped at the same time, plus a tour, so 4. And so it's a lot of work, and this for me is like my first time leaving the office, this whole tour, and so it's nice, and it's like a vacation for me. I'd do anything to not go back in the office. So it's really nice to be able to play with this great group of people, from Gene Hoglan to Neely Brosh to
you have a killer
Pete Griffin.
touring band.
Yeah, they're really great, and this great crew, and so everyone's morale is very high. Touring with Baby Metal has been fantastic.
Oh yeah,
they are not messing around. They're there to throw down every night. Their band is amazing. The girls are amazing. They're so charming. I think they're so great. And then Jason Richardson, who's just a fantastic guitar player.
Amazing.
Yeah,
man.
so it's been a really good tour. And so this record was like, we knew it was going to come out. There were no legal complications. We had already settled everything long before that, years before it. So, so this is Death Album 4. It's out. The movie's out. And now we're touring.
Killer.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And so this is my first time personally going to be able to see you live.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So I wanted to ask, in the beginning when you were trying to think of this, I heard rumors that maybe you were thinking of like a Gorillaz type thing where it was going to be almost a hybrid of animation with live music. How did it kind of evolve to what it is now on the live stage?
Well, I mean, it all started, it was a really simple thing from even the very first, before we even wrote the first episode, I thought, okay, here's what I'd like to do with this show. I'd like to write original music every single episode. And I'd like to do, these 20 episodes that we know we're supposed to do. Then I'd like to compile the music and elongate it and make a record. And if I were to make a record, then we should probably do some kind of a tour. So how do you tour an animated band? Okay, let's see what the Gorillaz did. Okay, that's cool. Really cool. They are playing animation, but the whole band members are behind a scrim.
Right.
And I thought, okay, that's cool, but I tune out if I don't see the human, really.
Yeah.
So I lose interest a little bit. So I thought, okay, let's put the screen behind. And let's put the band in front, but let's put them in shadows, and let's get a cool light show, and let's smoke and mood and all kinds of cool stuff. And so it's been something that's been kind of honed for years, and now we really like where it is. It just seems so much bigger than it is, but it's kind of the same elements.
Yeah.
It's just been plus in a certain way.
That's awesome, man.
So so we played a picture. So it's a really crazy thing where we don't just throw down a set list and go, all right, let's play these songs. We have to think of it far in advance.
Right.
We have to animate new stuff.
Totally. For each song.
Yeah, so you have to kind of engineer everything in advance with animation, with music and all that stuff.
So
put them all together,
Yeah, you guys got to do probably 5-10 times the amount of work of a normal touring band to be able to pull this off.
Well, we do have to rehearse a lot, and we have to rehearse the picture, so it just really means that we have to be in lockstep with a click track, which a lot of bands do. A lot of bands play to tracks now, but we play to pictures, so we want to make sure all of our downbeats and all our coinciding cuts.
Up. Right.
Yeah, so exactly. So we have like blast beats or whatever it is, it's reflected. So almost our editors have to be almost like drum programmers,
Dang,
So I have to make sure my editor is a musical person.
I remember we did a show where it was a term that I hadn't heard before. It was called a VJ. Basically, the video is like a DJ that's kind of like there with you guys, not on the fly. Well, that instance was, but yours is pre-programmed. Do you guys have that same type of mastermind back there, kind of making sure everything works?
No.
You're just whatever?
No, we're in danger. We're in a dangerous place where we press play, we press space bar, and we hope that it doesn't screw up, and tonight's no different. Seriously.
Man.
If our laptop goes down, the show goes down.
Wow.
It's all down, I mean, we have backups and stuff, but still, anything could happen.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of danger
that
attracts
awesome.
these lunatic musicians to play with
awesome.
me. Yeah. And I'm like, I mean, I come from music and then stand-up comedy and all that stuff.
You went to the Berkeley School of Music,
right? Yeah, I went to
right?
Berkeley, and while I was there, I was studying writing at Emerson College.
Yeah.
So and then I started doing stand-up, and that's how I got into TV.
I thought that was so unique how your stand-up actually kind of paved the way to where you are with music in a way, right? Like you got the gig doing home movies, right?
Yeah,
from stand-up.
I did. So what I thought was, I'm an okay guitar player. I'm no slouch. I put the hours in. But no one's looking for an good, even a great guitar player.
Okay,
They already got a guitar player.
Right.
And it's hard to have a personality on the instrument, but I know that I have my own personality as a person, and I can sell that, and then I can maybe create a TV show and then hire myself to be the musician. And so home movies was the first kind of test of that theorem, you know?
Yeah.
And fortunately, I got to kind of learn how to write a show and run a show through that, and traject the story and make it important.
That's so cool that you're able to do all that and then tie in your own personal music and what you wanted to do all along, maybe.
It was kind of Machiavellian, I'd say. I had that plan. I was hoping that it would work out that way, because I also worked at jingle houses before that, where they write music for commercials on TV. And I saw myself in post-production going this is cool. I like this. I think this is fine. But I also want to be the director.
Right.
And I want to be the writer.
Well, speaking of director, didn't you do Soundgarden's music video? You did Black Rain, right?
Yeah, Black Rain.
How was that?
It was amazing because
was that your first time doing a music video kind of thing?
Yeah, but I mean, Metalocolypse is a big music video,
it's
so it all kind of added up. But you're right. I think
working with a band.
With an outside band. So I got a call from somebody at Adult Swim, and this is maybe 12 years ago or so, and they said, Soundgarden wants you to do a video for them. And I said,
cool is that?
I said, wait. Soundgarden is back together because I love Soundgarden. Their last record was in the 90s, Down on the Upside, and I love that record. And I couldn't believe they had broken up. So I was like, they're back together, and Kim Thale wants to talk to you on the phone. And I was like, that's really cool.
Wow.
And I love Kim. And since then, we've become very good friends.
Cool.
He just came to our Seattle show.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like royalty in Seattle to see a Kim Thale spot.
Of course. That's killer, man.
So it was really cool. I talked to him, and we just got along really well. And, musicians are like-minded. We all have the same kind of weird, jazzy, screwy brain that are interested in the same kind of things, the same from movies to... Because we were talking about Godzilla movies and all kinds of stuff, to what made Soundgarden, to their influences and all that stuff. So I had a 4-hour conversation with Kim.
That's awesome.
Right afterwards. Yeah, it's the coolest thing in the world.
Wow.
Especially if you love Soundgarden, which I do. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so cool how you have all your kind of different irons in the fire, so to speak. That's all branched off from this,
you know. Yeah, the way that I look at it though, it seems like a lot of different things, but to me, it all started with guitar.
Yep.
And understanding a guitar, and I think if you can understand a guitar, you can understand editing software. If you can understand Pro Tools, you can understand visual editing. If you understand anything, if you understand one thing, you can understand other things.
What would you give for an advice for a young up and coming guitarist out there that maybe if you were talking to yourself back when you were 15 years old?
I mean, here's what I did. I could say, practice with the metronome. Don't be afraid to slow things down and have patience, because that'll get you everywhere. If you're really patient with your instrument, you're gonna get it. You really are. Record yourself often, and when you're learning these chords, try to write music with it, because that's what people go to these concerts for.
Right.
For the songs.
Right.
They want good songs.
Yep.
People want good songs so badly. Sort out what your favorite songs are and why they're your favorite songs and why those chords got you excited.
That's killer, man.
That's what I think.
All right, Brendon, thank you so much. Absolutely. Guys, make sure you guys grab Death Album 4. Of course, Metalocalypse, Army of the Doomstar, and I cannot wait for this show tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time, Brendon.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you.